Hello everyone, Alien Volt here, and I have reached level 10 with my Dragon Knight. And right now I'm going to go to the PvP area of Cyrodiil. This is my first time here. I actually have never been here on a character during beta, and this is the map. Alright, so it looks like I'm in the northeast corner. I'm kind of curious how big this place is. And my first quest.
You resemble a leaf in a tempest, unsure where to turn next. If you need training to find your path, I can help. Your path begins with these munitions. Bring them to Adalmor at the siege range near the northern Morrowind Gate. The Transitist Shrine will speed you on your way. If you are not the storm-tossed leaf I assumed, still you should travel to the northern Morrowind Gate. Speak with Grand Warlord Zimrin there. He can excuse you from training.
Alright, looks like I have to travel north all the way up along the border. I may have missed something back here. I wonder how long my training session is going to actually take. I actually expected just to pick up some quests and join a group and start fighting. I didn't realize it was going to be this extensive. Okay, it looks like I have the option to like quick travel there, but that's a rather expensive way to travel at this point in the game when I don't really have much gold. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and ride, and that's what I intended to do anyways, to kind of explore the area. Kind of expected to travel downstairs there, but it kind of ported me down to the bottom of the fort here. Looks like I have a pretty good distance to travel. The red area is my faction's controlled points, and then the blue and yellow are the enemies. Looks like the blue's getting their ground taken from them right now. Well, looking at chat, there's a raid groups that are forming up for my faction to fight, which is pretty cool. Looks like they don't automatically throw you into a raid group, so you can go and fight and take objectives, I guess, any way you want to. But I'm going to wait on joining any parties until after I actually get to the end of my quest line here. I believe I have to go through some type of a training process before I can actually enter battle. Don't really see any quests showing up, but I'm interested in what this is. So these are apparently Elder Scrolls, but my team already has this one, so this must be an objective for the other factions to take from us. I'll tell you what, it's not going to be real easy to take these keeps when they're surrounded by walls. Alright, got around it. Or rather through it. Looks like it kind of took me out of the way though. Should probably stop and see if there's any type of quest or anything useful like the lore books or anything in there, but I think I'm going to pass this one up. It looks pretty large. I don't know how long it's going to take me to explore the inside of that, so I'll come back to it later. I think I'm better off sticking to the roads too. Alright, let's see how killing a level 50 mob is when I'm level 10. And pretty easy. They apparently have a system kind of similar to Star Wars, The Old Republic, on their MMO, that when you're in here fighting, your stats are increased to level 50 equivalent, basically. You don't get all the spells and talents that you would have at that point, but you do get the power, the damage, so it's working pretty good. I easily took those level 50 mobs out without any problems. I also wanted to see if I could get infected or anything from the wolves. Somewhere in this game you can actually get a virus and become a werewolf, and apparently the same thing with a vampire. You can become a vampire. It sounds kind of odd to come out of a game like this, but it's here. I don't know how to do it for sure, or where it's at in the game. I just know that it's actually in the game, so you can become a werewolf or a vampire and play through this game. You don't actually die. You can continue your quests and adventures, and I'm not even sure how that improves your stats or what it does to your talents, but it's there all the same. And she seems a little loopy.
For honest, you give me ridiculous, silly. Can't you see the colors, the beauty? Look beyond the canvas to the things beyond. Bah, you're too much for it. It will never understand you, I think. What? I heard what you were thinking. You were thinking that you are drunk. I agree. Now go away.
I think she's been sniffing too many paint fumes. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to have to clear this path, because these spiders will end up dismounting me. Out of all the abilities you get through this game, and there's a ton to put talent points into, you only get the 6 moves that are on my bar there. But then at a certain level, I believe 15, you get a weapon swap out. So when you swap out weapons, then you can get another roll of abilities that you can actually put on the bar. So in essence, I guess you can get 12 abilities total with a weapon swap. And this looks like a large cavern. I don't know exactly what would be in here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this. Come back to it later. I'm sure there'll be a later, one time or another. Even if my faction ends up losing all these keeps, I'm sure we'll gain them back at some point. Another thing I should mention here, since I didn't show it on the video, I just showed when I first entered the area. When I actually selected my, I guess my campaign for this, the campaign's like 3 months long. So basically it's like an arena season in WoW. And you earn points the whole time through. The person with the most amount of points at the end of the season of the winning faction gets crowned Emperor. And then you get special gear that only an Emperor can get. So basically it's kind of like being Grand Marshal, which is kind of unique. When I first heard about how the Emperor was actually awarded his title and receiving special loot and everything in the videos, I didn't realize that it was going to be a 90-day campaign. And I was thinking it was something they were going to do like every week or every couple of weeks. And I was thinking, wow, there's going to be a lot of Emperors around. That's probably not going to be nearly as prestigious as it sounds. But after learning that it's a 90-day campaign now, it's actually, that is pretty prestigious. And apparently there are vendors like this all over this zone that you can buy from. Some of them have unique PvP reward items, some of them have really good armor, but apparently you can only get here, so. I think this is going to be a lot of fun when I actually get into groups and start in with the battles. They've got a unique approach to the PvP. I know it's been done in some of the other games as well in the past. I remember Warhammer Online had basically big keeps that you got to build and destroy, and your faction or your guilds had to maintain them. Well, this is a similar concept in this game. And this is an orc. They don't really look like the orcs from WoW, that's for sure, but anyways, you have to destroy these keeps. And so you have siege engines and catapults and things like that that you can basically use to destroy them. But I don't think that they're just something you walk up to. I think it's something you actually have to earn and either gather supplies and build or purchase. I don't know which yet. Well, there looks to be some buildings up here. I want to kind of explore a little bit before I move on. Only because there's not very many of them. It's not as large as that keep was.
I'm just an acolyte here, as you can tell from the vital tasks I've been given. Speak with Moth Priest Tracius in the temple if you seek answers to questions.
Though the Elder Scrolls we studied have been taken from us, this is still a holy place. Walk reverentially here. They were stolen by troops of the three alliances. Though we hid them about the grounds, each alliance found 2 of our hiding places. The thieves slithered away with the scrolls and hold them far from here. We have tried, and will continue to try. Emissaries have been sent to reason with each alliance's leaders, sworn not to return without our scrolls. None have yet returned, but we do not lose faith.
Greetings, Wanderer. If you have come to speak with an augur, there are none present at this time. Augur Valso was the last to have blessed this refuge, and he passed to his reward several months ago. This is an ancient refuge of our order, the cult of the Ancestor Moth. Here we tend the most honored of our augurs, those whose insights into the prophecies of the Elder Scrolls have rendered them blind, unable to delve further into the mysteries. Only our order is able to read the Elder Scrolls. All that is known of them comes from our augurs, whose readings are rewarded with flashes of insight into the scrolls' prophecies. Each reading exacts a price, eventually rendering the augur blind. An outsider could not understand. Gypsy moths house the spirits of our ancestors. We tend them and honor them, and their song enables our augurs to glean truths from the Elder Scrolls, to see glimpses of what was, what is, and what might yet be.
You actually level up your skills from books that you find in bookshelves and drawers and things, so that's why I'm so interested in searching this library, is because I can actually level some of my abilities up just like this one. Now, I don't think I'm ever going to pick up a destruction staff, but you can with any character in any class. You can actually utilize and become proficient with any weapon in the game, which is also kind of a unique thing. In Vanilla WoW, you used to be able to level up any weapon, and I remember I worked hard on my druid to master every weapon I could pick up, whether I would ever use it or not. But in this game, you can actually utilize it. And currently I'm actually trying, I wanted to dual wield on this guy. He's a dragon knight. And now I'm not sure that that's probably my best choice to level up first. But I have a racial ability for two-handed weapons. And all it does is basically let me level up my skills faster with it. So it's not like I have an increased damage. If it was an increased damage ability, then I would have definitely went with it for sure, but I'm still kind of debating. I think I'm going to stick to one hands for now, and then I'll level up two hands after I level up my one hands, and move from there. I saw this when I first came in. Let's check this out. I don't know if this is like another big cave system. There wasn't really a long loading time, so probably not. And nothing in these shells. Collect some bottles here. And this game you actually, I'm surprised they don't give you really large or unlimited backpacks because you actually have every profession in this game. So the bottles can be used for alchemy and cooking. And I'm glad I came down here now. Every 3 of these that you actually find, you actually level up and get a skill point. So very important you find these. I know they're all over the place. Didn't really expect them in a PvP zone, but since this is a huge quest area as well, I guess I can keep my eye out for them. Well, I guess it's time to leave. I expected that area to be a little bit bigger than just a small cellar. Two-handed increase to 4. And I've never picked up a two-handed weapon yet. At least I've never equipped one. I think my dual wielding's like around level 16 at this point.
The cold here torments my body, but the serenity of this refuge soothes my spirit.
And a lore book. Now you find these all over too, and they're I don't know if they unlock achievements or if it's just something for the Mages Guild. I'm not actually sure how the achievement system works in this game. But I know the Mages Guild is all about finding lore books. Anything with like I guess lore books and spell books throughout the land. So right from the beginning you can actually pick up and join these 3 guilds that are basically just kind of like faction guilds almost. They're kind of little quest hubs. They're not a traditional guild that you would think of with other people, but what they do for you is as you complete quest lines for them, or discover things for them, like these lore books, you increase your reputation with them, and then they give you special abilities like intimidating people in conversations for quests, so you can actually you don't have to fight them, and there's special abilities as well, like damage moves and things like that. So far I've looked at them and I haven't decided to put any points into them yet because I don't think they're as valuable as my key abilities, at least not at this point. I'm actually sitting on a few points right now that I haven't spent. I just don't know exactly what I want to spend them on. I don't know how often you can reset your points, and so I don't want to actually put them in something I'm not going to benefit from at this point. And I've already done that once. I've got 1 point into a two-handed weapon that I've never even equipped, so that was done by mistake. It was a racial ability. It was the first one that was opened up to me, and without reading it I just clicked it. I mean, I'm sure at one point it's going to benefit me when I actually level up the two-handed weapons, but I don't know how often I'm actually ever going to use them. I guess it depends on what the balance is like for this class at the end game, if it's another lore book. If it's going to be something like in WoW that's always flip-flopping back and forth depending upon the stats of your equipment, two-handeds might do more damage, for like a month, and then they put a nerf on them, or they fix something, or you just get higher level gear, and next thing you know the one-handed weapons are doing more damage when you dual wield. So it'll just be really dependent upon what exactly this game, or how exactly this game is going to balance everything. and I'm not really sure yet. I know I'm pretty excited. I would like to play this more often, but this is my solo character. I actually have another character that I'm playing with my family, and I'll be making some videos of that as well. But right now, this is my character I play when I'm not playing with them, or I'm not playing anything else and making videos. This almost looks like I capture the flag.
Hello there.
Hello.
Bad things come to those.
But I guess not. I think it's just something where it shows your alliance flag. It looked like there was a bar there, so if you have enough people standing there, once you kill the enemy NPCs and any actual players that are here defending, then it would most likely turn to the other color of the other faction. Or rather change flags altogether, because I think each faction has their own symbols as well. What's actually cool about the horses, I saw someone in chat earlier asking if it was worth getting one, but it's definitely worth getting them, but they're an investment. You know, you have to level them up like you would a character, only it costs gold to level them up, and you can only level them up once every like 20 hours. So, and you do it by buying things like, you know, hay, apples, and there's one other thing, like maybe grain or something. And each thing you buy, like say apple, you buy an apple for your horse and feed it to him, and it increases like speed or something. And then you buy, you know, the hay the next day, and it increases like stamina. And then the other item increases capacity, and I don't know what capacity actually does yet, whether or not it allows you to carry someone else on the horse, or whether it gives you saddlebags to carry equipment, which is what I'm kind of hoping for, because that would be kind of nice to have more bag space. Mages Guild increased to 2. Alright, they're starting to like me. I'm finding a lot of books. So as large as this place is, there's going to be a lot of things to find on top of trying to stay alive. So I think probably going to have the most success searching for things when you actually own an area. You've taken it from an enemy. That'd probably be the time to go and explore that small area around a keep, because like I'm doing right now, I mean, we own all this, so I can freely run around here, and I'm not going to find any enemies, because most likely I'm not, unless one's kind of roaming around here. I doubt that any large group is going to be roaming around without actually trying to take another keep first. I don't even know if they can get to some of these places because of all these walls. Alright, doesn't look like I have too much farther to go. And I will be to the quest hub to get my training for PvP. I don't know how long the training is going to last, but that'll be in video part 2. Alright, well, it looks like I'm here, so I'm going to end this video here and pick up at the door here with the second video that will actually cover the training. That's why I'm titling this one Journey to Training, and then I'll do the other one as the actual training. Thanks for watching. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time.